WWF. CAW superstar, 12-time tag team champion of the world. This egotistical bastard is ready to shoot the shit as Shawn Walsh presents the Shawn Walsh Show, where there are no holds barred.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the return of the all-so controversial and ever so entertaining Shawn Walsh Show. We're back, baby. It can't keep us gone forever. We just keep coming back. You know, they don't like us. We go and ask the tough questions. We shoot the shit. And some people don't like that. Some people don't like when we do that. But you can't just, pretend we don't exist. We're not those kind of cripplers. We're back. Shawn Walsh Show is back here on the CAW All-Stars YouTube channel, which, by the way, CAW All-Stars 8 is coming out, folks. I'm thinking within the next month. So we got some matches recorded, some great matches. Also sending this out to some of the guys who are helping out with the show. By the way, thank you. If you guys could help me, with the show and work with me here, get the matches in, let's get the show out. Let's help bring this show to the CAW wrestling fans. Let's get this stuff together. Let's get the show out as quick as possible. Let's get it ready. Let's do it. Let's just do this, guys. That's CAW All-Stars news. Back to Shawn Walsh Show business. So, we're back. Now, I'll quickly answer the elephant in the room, because with a return, there's obviously, oh, well, you were gone. Well, why? Well, what happened? Well, let me give you a little short abridged story, because I've explained it before and on different pages, and I don't really feel like going into very much detail today. So, the Shawn Walsh Show, it was going strong, and it was going good, but from like that episode 30 and on point, the shows kind of became a chore. They weren't fun. It was just me doing a show just to do a show. It's like, oh, I got to get an episode out this week. And being able to get an episode out every week became a lot to handle for me. And with all the other things that I do. And it became the point where I just didn't want to do it. It didn't just become a chore, but it just became, I just hated to do it. So I wouldn't do it, and I would delay shows and everything, and so I just stopped doing it. That was one of the main issues. Also, I was faced with some, we'll call them distractions in my life that needed to be addressed, were unavoidable. And if I did not address them when in the manner that I eventually did, and took the time on them, the very lengthy time that needed to be addressed, I was only delaying it for myself, and adding that extra project was just delaying that. So, and I wasn't putting out my best effort, giving you guys my best. So I was doing a disservice to you guys and to myself. But time went on. The distractions that were in front of me, I have put them behind me. I have taken my best step forward, and we're going to try and get things back rolling. I've talked to people before, and I wasn't sure if this was going to happen, but I'm ready, willing, and able to do this. But it's going to be a little bit different this time. Alright, So you remember when we had like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour shows? Sometimes there'd be like 2 or 3 parts a week. No, that's not happening anymore. It's too much. Too much for me, too much for you. It's not really helping anyone out. So instead, we're going to bring the shows to a little bit shorter. My goal is to keep a regular episode like 20 minutes, half hour. Let's cut out all the fluff. We don't have to run down, oh, how did you get into CAW wrestling? Oh, you were in this show? What was your 16th feud that you had in the middle of the show? And no. We're not going to go through all that. There's a lot of stuff that people just honestly don't care. And that it doesn't need to be in there. We're going to have shows that are shorter but more important. Have all things that the fans want to know. We're going to get right to the point. It's the best formula for the show. So that's what we're going to do with that. And then, maybe a special show. There will be a longer show, maybe like an hour show or something like that. That could happen. But your regular episodes, we're going to try and keep them shorter. Then we, if you remember, the shows would come out weekly. Like every weekend there'd be an episode or something. And that's cool and all, but we're not going to do that anymore. It's a lot for me. It's a lot of shows for you guys to watch. And it's just not practical anymore. So, what we're going to do, we're going to compromise here. What we're going to do is we're going to move to a formula that Stone Cold Steve Austin uses on the WWE Network. He goes in there maybe every month and a half, has on a guest, does a Steve Austin show, and then he moves on and doesn't do one for another month and a half, and does another. That's what we're going to do here. I'm going to do a show, and then we're going to take a month and a half off before the next show comes out. It's going to make things more interesting, the episodes more special. And then we're not going to run out of guests as well. We're going to have enough guests. Not that we're anywhere near running out guests, because with the time away, we can bring people back and ask some new questions, and we also have a ton of people who haven't been on the show yet. Who? You'll have to wait and see. But we're back, and we're here with our special guest, CAW Wrestling Sins, TJ Collette. He also the owner of AXW. Been involved with a little bit of a controversy with some other members of the CAW wrestling community, some names that you may recognize, and he's here to address it. You might have seen it on Facebook. He's talked about it on his CAW wrestling page and the CAW Shoot page. He's made a video on it, so it's certainly out there. And a lot of people are like, "What's going on with this?" Well, now we're going to have answers today. It's going to be really interesting. Some mind-boggling things, let me just say. But since it's the return, I feel we should start off spoiling the fans. You see, I recently turned babyface. I'm not sure if I was babyface the last time I posted an episode. I think it was episode 34 or whatever. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I'm babyface now, so I gotta help out the fans. I gotta treat you guys well. I gotta spoil you guys a little bit. So we're gonna eventually move to that setup that I explained previously. But for the first time, you're gonna get 2 episodes within that month and a half period. See, because you're gonna have the episode today, and sometime within the next 2 weeks-ish, there's gonna be another episode. A very special episode. An episode that is probably, going to go down as one of the all-time greats. You might remember, last year, we had a very special Shawn Walsh Show, CAWCon. It was a video cast in Jersey, where I was on the show with my special guests, Travis Sparks, Adam Jackpot, and Steve, aka M Accuracy, and we answered all of your questions. Some interesting questions you guys sent in at that time, by the way. And we thought that show was so great that we're going to do it again. We're going to go back to Jersey. We're going to go and shoot another Shawn Walsh Show. And we're going to bring back Steve, Travis, and Adam to answer all of your questions. But we're going to make things a little bit bigger, a little bit badder, a little bit better. Because we're going to bring on Christian Edwards, aka Caleb Blair, onto the show. You know what? I'm not done spoiling you guys. We're also going to bring on the Alex Enterprise. Those two are going to join us this year. We're going to answer all of your questions. Already a ton of questions have been sent in by you guys. A lot of good questions, a lot of interesting questions. And I'm the only one who knows these questions. The rest of the guests do not know the questions. So it's going to be very interesting. That when they're asked the questions, it's the first time they're going to hear them, just like last year. And we have a forum on the Call Shoot page, the COH page, the Call All Stars Facebook page, where people have submitted their questions. And I'm going to add a form right here, right now, on this video in the comment section. But you have till this Friday, because that's when the interview is being shot. So you have till this Friday to comment your question. And when I say by this Friday, I don't mean Friday night at like 11:56 p.m. No, I mean like by like Friday morning. So you better, if you have a question, you better get out there. You better go on one of those forums or in this video, go and type your question. Get it out there. If you have a question, whether it's about something in Call Wrestling, if it's about pro wrestling, and that could be WWE, NXT, TNA, Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground. Please ask about Lucha Underground. New Japan Pro Wrestling, old school wrestling, anything. You could ask about that. You can ask about our interest in other things such as music, books, movies, TV, how we record, how we do our whatever we do, how we eat our cereal, do we use a fork or a spoon in certain situations, ask anything, really. And you can make it fun, and if you want to be that guy that's just like, who is your all-time favorite wrestler of all time, or what's your top 5 favorite guys in Call Wrestling, or your favorite feuds or whatever, and we got those questions and we're going to answer those questions. And I'm not saying those questions are bad, but they're general questions. Bring some originality to it. Be like, hey, what's a gimmick that you wanted to do but you never got to do? Something like that. Something fun. Or be like, I don't know. You guys are the ones asking the questions, not me. I'm here to ask them to the guests and also answer some questions. Don't put the pressure on me, please. But that's enough of me rambling on. See, some things never change. But we're going to get to our guest today. Call Wrestling Sins. So let's hear it. What's going on in the Call Wrestling world? Should be very, very interesting. I know I was taken aback by this, and I'm sure you will too. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shawn Walsh Show, and today I am joined by Thomas, TJ Kellett. Welcome to the show. And for what I understand, from what I've seen, and the whole call world has seen, some interesting things have been happening. Some things have been said by a lot of people, and then there's become this huge huge thing that a lot of people don't really understand. So I was hoping with you being here, you could maybe explain to everyone who who's doing all this, what they're saying, and really what is going on. I mean, this would obviously be with Tommaso Capitelli. He seems to be the ringleader there.
Yeah, he's also got Joe the Kid, Kenan Jackson Jr. Adam Oliver's on one of them.
Yeah, I saw that. Adam Oliver is also a part of it. I was surprised to see that. Uh, I noticed one. Will Wild was in there, but he seemed to be harmless. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't, but
I don't think it was much of a bitch as the others.
yeah, he seemed to just kind of be there and just to be there. But
yeah, so I'm really focused on him.
But for when it seems like, and then obviously if I'm missing something or whatever, just just let me know. And it seems like Tommaso and this group of people are very obsessed with the whole. Because I remember from dating back the Vivian verse, and he at least Tommaso is constantly looking for some mole or someone who's traitor, whatever word you want to use. He's looking for someone, and it seems that he's always blaming somebody, and it seems like he in the past was blaming Byron, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So, and from what I've seen in messages, apparently Tommaso at one point threatened to kill Byron. Is that correct? Like, why would he go as far as to threaten that?
I don't know really, because I don't know what goes for his head half the time. It says here, quote, "I did the right thing of threatening you of death," which is kind of sick and twisted when you think about it. I mean, do you think it would be right to threaten someone with death? You think it's right?
Oh, absolutely not. And I remember in messages earlier, he tried to claim that he apologized, and he also got mad, which there was no proof of, and he also got mad because he felt he was being defamed. But threatening to kill somebody is also that's not legal. You can't just go and threaten to kill people and then say that, oh, you don't take it back, and you can't do that. So why he thinks that an apology, for me at least, if someone threatened to kill me, I wouldn't accept their apology.
Yeah, and they went on to call me a schizophrenic motherfucker.
Yeah, I saw that. So it seems like not just with Byron, but also with you, he's got a big issue with you, and he has not said the kindest things to you. He called, like you said, a schizophrenic motherfucker or what, and he's constantly taking jabs at you, and he seems to have a very, very deep hatred of you. Why does Tommaso or anyone in that alliance there have this feeling of hatred or disdain towards you?
Just want to claim that I'm trying to bash the leagues, which is the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do. I mean, it's just a page I've randomly made, and these guys have gone out of control. They're acting like little children. They're just bitching and moaning, possibly for relevancy or some crap.
And just to add on there, because in case people didn't know, the reason why these guys felt that you were bashing Call Feds or whatever is because the Call Wrestling Sins page.
Yes, that is correct.
So they they took it seems that they take the sins page very seriously, and they take what is said on the page to heart, which it's a sins page. You really shouldn't. So for that reason, because you have a Call Wrestling Sins page, which is meant to be for fun and just for humor, that makes you a schizophrenic motherfucker, apparently, according to Tommaso Capitelli. Interesting. It seems here Adam Oliver it seems like he made an accusation that would be you and Byron would be associated to the Vivian verse.
I'm not very familiar with the Vivian verse entirely. It's clear twice on that page, 2 times, that I am not associated with the Vivian verse, or Vivian verse, whatever we call it.
Yeah.
And Adam Oliver said, quote, "I'm so close in making an anti-Call Wrestling Sins page, I swear."
Yeah, he did say that, and I don't know what that would help, what that would do, but that's what he wanted to do, because if he felt it was wrong for you, quote unquote, bashing, why would he go and do the same thing? Using his logic and his terms, it would make him hypocritical.
I say it's more like double standards.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, basically, you're doing something what someone else is doing, and you hate what they're doing. Doesn't that make you just as bad?
It does. It makes you just as bad. So, it takes away all his credibility for this claim. So, even if you, now I don't, but let's say somebody did, maybe thought he had a legit claim, it kind of takes that away. He loses that. And then there's more. It seems like Jody Kidd and Torrin, who is also involved in this, and I know for Torrin this would not be the first time that he's got himself mixed up in a lot of drama and things that he shouldn't be involved in, and it seems like their issue is because the page insulted their cause.
Apparently so.
You know, if there's one thing about Torrin, don't bash Timmy Turner. Oh no, that's just the most dangerous thing you can do. And then the Jessica Pink. I remember there was. I wonder if you remember. There was like these petitions or whatever to get them fired. And I remember Torrin, like, he flipped out about it, and because all these people were like, "Yeah, get rid of him."
Yes, there were actually posters on the Call Wrestling Sins page by Austin Ewars and Ben Hopkins. I mean, apparently I buried TNXA along with Timmy Turner and Jessica Pink. I don't think Torrin's much of a threat. He's just more of a bitch.
Yeah, but according to these guys, for that reason, because from what I'm reading, I think the viewers are home again, because you've taken some, comedic jabs at their shows or at their cause, you should just leave Facebook. You should just go away, just because you made a couple comedic comments about them.
Yes.
But when they threaten to kill somebody, that means that they should stay?
What would be the point of them staying if they're going to do stuff like this? I mean, to be honest, they should be the ones kicked off. I mean, seriously, what this they're coming out with? Bloody hell.
Now then, I'm reading the chat, and it looks like it's Jody Kidd who first makes the claim here, where he takes it to a whole new level, Like, it was already, these guys were taking it too far, and they took it too personal or whatever. But then they go and they call the Call Wrestling Sins page the ISIS of EFED, or whether you prefer EFED or Call Federations, whatever. So apparently, what you do is on the same level of ISIS? That's just, I can't believe that someone would use that in Call.
Neither can I. I mean, let's take what ISIS does. I mean, they have a notorious history of taking random people, posting disturbing videos on the internet, which ended in whoever they've taken either getting their head chopped off, tortured, or on whatever they're doing, all that malarkey. I mean, just to compare Call Wrestling Sins to that, I mean, we've done nothing compared to what ISIS did. I mean, ISIS has been on news for their acts. I mean, Islamic State has nothing to do with Call Wrestling Sins. Best to keep it that way.
Right. And it seems like, and again, I'm just, letting everyone know for this chat, this claim seems to be supported by Tommaso Capitelli, Adam Oliver, Jody Kidd, and I think Kenan Jackson Jr. There's Michael Van Gundy. So there's all that. Now, a claim was made here that the Call Wrestling Sins page is threatening UCWL. This claim was made by Torin. Is this true? Are you threatening UCWL?
Me, I don't really threaten car feds. I mean, a certain individual went on and said, who's not on the post, by the way, said it surprisingly benefits their league. I mean, that's something I really didn't expect. But back to that point where Call Wrestling Sins is threatening UCWL, I do not intend to threaten UCWL. I never did threaten UCWL. I mean, UCWL seemed like a good show, and to be honest, I kind of liked UCWL. So I don't really want to threaten car feds and all that malarkey. I mean, to say that I'm threatening a car fed is just kind of, I'm not going to comment on that, but still, why would I want to threaten a car league? To be honest, threatening a car league would be, I don't know, how to describe it, wanting intentionally to put down a car fed. I mean, I don't want to put down a car fed. I mean, people are passionate for their cause. I'm alright with that. I mean, I'm happy for them to have passions for their cause. But the way these guys are going about it, want to ruin my kind of passion. So I don't know. Next question.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's not right, but, and then Tommaso, because this chat pretty much, it wraps up, at least from this day. He has a big problem because I guess at some point he's been called the devil or something like that, and he seems to have this big emotional response. If that is even insinuated, or if it's insinuated that even he's just in the wrong or the bad guy, he's. What I ask is, with all things considered, all this has happened with Tommaso. Any last comment to make on him or anything that he's said in the last couple of months?
Right then, where do I begin? First of all, do you know what schizophrenia is? I mean, I might not know it myself, and that's why I don't assume that someone is, quote, a schizophrenic motherfucker. And then you go on to say, like a You comments, I'm sick of seeing as devil video game wrestling network members, but taking care of some motherfuckers. I mean, if you're doing something like that, how the fuck do you expect being not seen as the devil or some kind of malarkey? I mean, I would expect that. I mean, actions have consequences. I mean, there's also the kid, he's furious about it, don't care about him. And then the question is brought up, do I own a Corvette? Yes, but it's not AX, no, it's not AWX. I mean, does AWX exist?
Don't think so.
I mean, he's got the letters jumbled up. It's actually AXW. I've not really got much on that. I mean, I'm not settled in well enough for storylines take place, so I'm just messing around with it, just experimenting and all that malarkey. And then there's usually all that crap. Basically, I had to ban them from the page because on Core Wrestling Sins, I'm not really into the drama and all that. But I've actually made a video on it where I had to address all this. But most of what I said was on there anyway. I mean, oh hello, what's this by Jody Kid? And I quote, the problem with Core Wrestling Sins is that they think they are the greatest thing in Core, which I haven't said, by the way. I don't think I actually said it. And they're a bunch of mama's boys. And I look at what they. I mean, it's just one person doing the whole thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, in the parents' basement. If I'm living in my parents' basement, then why am I doing this from a bedroom all the way upstairs?
Right.
And that is nowhere near the basement. Plus, I don't even have a basement.
It's just something that people say when they think they're the tough guy and they're like, "Oh, you live in your mom's basement." That's what people say, and it's the stupidest thing to say because it's just they think that they make a huge point, but they don't.
The only point they make is that they're just a bunch of teenagers trying to hitch on me, trying to gang up on me. I mean, what are they trying to achieve? I don't know. Oh, let's take all wrestling sins off. Oh, great thing, Tommaso. Great thing, Adam. And then they try to report my page, but guess what? Blooming pornography. I mean, blooming pornography takes. But little do they know that Facebook has to check it's actually pornography. I mean, I've seen porn and reported it for that reason, and it's already taken off because Facebook checked it. I mean, any social media with common sense would check the post for the claim to be right. I mean, I don't think I ever posted porn on the picture is just a wrestling ring. The cover photo is a face palm from Dean Ambrose. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with what my page's done. I mean, I don't think anyone sees what's wrong. I mean, hate's got hate, but when it comes to them, they took it to a whole new level of hate. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me how much heat it gets, but the way these guys deliver it, I mean, it didn't attack Paige, it attacked more likely to me and Byron, but me more so because my name was brought up more than Byron.
Well, let me ask you this: with everything that's happened and the guys involved, right? What would be your advice or your recommendation for call owners who have these guys in their shows? Would you say keep an eye on them? Would you say remove them? Would you say?
I wouldn't go far to say as remove them, because I wouldn't really jump the gun early, because I would just keep close eye on them, see what's doing. I mean, keep close eye on them. I mean, I won't jump the gun too early. So, thing is, if Tommaso Capella's in your Fed, don't to move him immediately. I mean, God, that's what you're asking over the top. But thing is, if it, I mean, same with the whole Nicholas Barkley thing. I mean, I would keep an eye on it, but the way he's gone about it, I mean, I've realised that he's telling people in real life, which is kind of stupid. I'm not going to go into the Miss Matone thing because Miss Matone gets pissed off. I'm not going to mention names. I never use Sonny Jim. And now, my message to Adam Oliver, Kelly, Jackson, Kid, anyone who's went onto Facebook, talked shit about my page for whatever reason, thinking, comparing them to ISIS, calling me a schizophrenic motherfucker, targeting over the core guys. My God, lads, go fuck yourself. I mean, honestly, what that's saying. I mean, you're just trying to do that to make yourself look like a victim, but due to these screenshots, I don't think you're no longer the victim, my friends. Not one of you. Well, because there was one who's there, so he doesn't really have much involvement. So yeah, my advice to the message to those guys in the thing, see, core universe triple explanation mark. Go fuck yourselves. I mean, I don't need your blooming drama. I don't need you to call or open the page. Besides, some of you blocked me because you don't see me. Well, I blocked Michael because he was a bit of a dick. No, I don't really like dick. Anyways, that's what I asked before I go.
Well, it's good we got that out there about those guys, and maybe just let the fans know that about Call Wrestling Sins, and then you also have your own call show, AXW, maybe where they can go check that out.
I mean, Call Wrestling Sins. I mean, the thing I got it from was game sins, movie sins. Hell, even YouTuber Christian Miracle. I mean, I watched them. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with what they're doing. I mean, they're just taking comedic jabs. I mean, there's also what culture with the WTF moments and the old classic Shawn o'clock. I mean, all those are comedic jabs, which is like what I'm doing. Basically, it's not intended to harm or whatever, threaten to take down a colleague or whatever. I mean, it's just jokes and all that. I mean, some colleagues have a countdown, so I just put insert final countdown here. As you know, the song is the final countdown. Just to take this, and basically just go and check it out. I mean, it's on the post. Basically, sooner or later, it'll get its own YouTube channel. Sooner or later, and that's when I want to go, because I need to show you the direct moment when the sin occurs. I mean, when the sin occurs, then you have the evidence, bam. But until I can get the software for it, I don't think I can put it on YouTube. So as for Call Wrestling Sins, it's just me being an asshole, just doing my thing. As for AXW, it's my colleague. It's separated into 3 different brands: AXW Crusade, AXW Judgment, AXW Hot Shots. Now, the AXW Hot Shots are my version of the women's division. Of course, the name don't mean anything really. I mean, see people like Sophia Merrick, Dutch, Rag Justice, etc. Hell, I mean, I may not have the best software in the world, but at least I make good of what I've got. Basically, XW is just, it's still kind of young yet. I mean, I'm probably doing the second episode of Crusade, probably on Tuesday, because I'm building off on Monday. I mean, XW, it's got 3 different channels for each brand, which matches under 50 minutes, because I did very much verify the channel. So yeah, XW, the channel's called the XW Network, mainly because I just found putting everything with XW. The car wrestling things, go and check that out. It's just a Facebook page. It's not on any other forms of social media. It's a Facebook exclusive. And I think that's
so
it.
hopefully the fans go check it out, go subscribe, go like the page on Facebook. It's gonna be some fun stuff. So look forward to that, and hopefully for you can focus on Sins and your college show and not have to deal with these other stupid things. Hopefully, I wish you the best in that. Hopefully it all goes well. But thank you for being on the show and explaining this for all the Call Wrestling fans out there.
Cheers.